With Saad's concept, it was just the most beautiful concept, taking public art into another level by involving the public.
Places for Nova is about the portability of landscapes. It looks at how the human mind is that vehicle that allows the landscape to travel, to move from one place to another. So I guess it kind of bridges that gap between the real and the imagined landscape. So I kind of call them mindscapes, really. I think mindscape is that kind of bridge.
The work involves Saad talking to people, interviewing them with a set of defined questions to get their memories of a place, and then for Saad to process those memories and then to make his own landscape, mindscapes of their memories.
The first thing I do is I have a baseboard which is made out of plywood, on top of which I layer up Celotex. Celotex is a building material used for insulation in the buildings. And it's a great material to carve with. You know, it's soft and you can really kind of dig into it. So I love carving in Celotex. So that's the contour of the landscape. Then that gets coated with idendon, which is this special plaster. You know, it kind of seals the Celotex. But I mix my pigment into the Celotex to achieve that color. And then the next step is the model making stage of the project. This is when I really think about the stories I collected, what were the main features of the stories. And they vary across from buildings to country houses to bridges to towers. If I tell the story, if I give away the memory, then I worry that that element of the sculpture will be locked into that story and we would not be able to get away from that. And for me, it's really important that I keep the stories back and let the work stand its own ground.
He's unusual because he's very engaging. He's not particularly from now, you know. I feel like I could have met him 3,000 years ago. But I could also have met him 50 years ago. And I also feel he's not really from here, and here is a moving country.
Somebody like Saad, who is making his first public commission, he's entering into a kind of a field and an audience that's very different to what sculptors in the past had to deal with.
The overall finish that you will see in the sculpture is dry powder, dry brick dust. What I really like about it is that, you know, it creates this velvety, fuzzy, soft surface, and the edges become much softer. They're not as sharp and as crisp. And that's actually very much how I think about memory. It may not be as sharp, and you know, there are these fuzzy, blurry edges. So I think it kind of ties in together quite nicely. I like that.
With something that's going to be within the public realm, outside the walls of a gallery, it's going to be judged by everybody. So, you know, we're asking a lot of Saad to make this work, you know, for him to keep his integrity, for him to show the work how he wants to see it, to meet all these people's expectations, not only the client, not only mine, but his own and the public.
When Saad put the proposal forward for Places for Nova, it was the fact that it involved the local Victoria community and providing the memories, anyone who's passing through, and it gave that level of interest at a detailed, granular level that wasn't fighting with the place and the architecture.
I think it's going to give him a lot of confidence in his own abilities to keep pushing at his more ambitious ideas. But equally importantly, it's going to provide potential other partners with the confidence that he can deliver. Hopefully it'll just give him that little nudge that allows him to realize things on a grander scale, and not just in London, but all over the world.
Any public art, or any art, in fact, that you put into these environments, they have to have a reason to be there. And I think if you think about Saad's work, you couldn't think of a better work that actually has a reason to be there.